Oh, I can't see the numbers now.
Here we are again.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, we're back. We are Adam and Lauren, and we live full-time on this 59-foot narrowboat with this little cutie called Shanti.
Thank you for coming with us as we share with you our life on the waterways.
We're back and we actually have some new fancy microphones. We're trying to level up our professionalism this year, aren't we?
Yeah.
It's the first time we're using them, so we actually just did a little test to make sure that our sound wasn't too harsh.
Testing with the practice of
Tomatoes perpetrating bottoms of tantalising perpetrators.
pulpatrating and pulsifying the peppers and the tomatoes. It's been an eventful year so far.
The first week's been pretty crazy, hasn't it?
It's been mad. Literally, we've had floods worse than ever. Apparently, they are the worst floods that we've had since 2020.
No, since the year 2000.
Sorry, since the year 2000.
23 years, because we've taken on a mooring
Damn
for
it.
winter, and we knew it was prone to flooding, but we didn't realise how bad the floods would be.
People said last year, oh, the floods are going to be bad this year. People predicted it.
I think at first we were thinking it was like a climate problem, but actually the more we've learned, it's a bit more of a maintenance problem because they don't maintain the canals and rivers like they used to.
They used to dredge the river and use all of the gravel that they found, and they would ship that off down the river and people would sell this gravel. But now they don't do that. They just get the gravel from other places, which means that there's less volume in the river, meaning that there's not much place for the water to go.
I've got a few clips from the floods to show you guys. Unfortunately, they're in portrait, not landscape, so I'm sorry about that, but you've got to see some of what's been going on this last week. So we're flooded again. This time we got waders, so we're a little more prepared. You know, we always like to think of the positives. Well, we bought these waders after the last flood, and we're actually really happy we're getting to use them. Otherwise, they would have been quite a waste of money. And people have left their cars in the car park, and it's gone over the door. Is it me, or is it getting more aggressive? How you doing, honey bunny? Do you need to take one of those bags?
No, maybe. Can't believe it. It's literally up to my ass. I mean my bum.
In this video, we are going to do what a lot of you have been asking for, and that is to give you a breakdown of the monthly costs living on this narrowboat. We're going to focus mainly on the costs of this winter, 2024.
Before we start, I wanted to actually tell you something quite exciting that's happening in a few weeks' time. So on the weekend of the 16th, 17th and 18th of February, Boat Life 2024 is happening at the NEC in Birmingham. And I have really kindly been asked to be one of their ambassadors, which means that we'll be there. I'm actually going to be giving a talk on the Friday about what it's like to live on a boat, and the Friday's a wellness day, so we're going to be focusing a bit around mental health and mindset and how my own mental health journey led to me living on a boat and all these kinds of things. There's going to be loads of different exhibitors there. There's a whole inland waterway section that's focused around the canals, but you've also got like sailboats and sea boats and entrepreneurs that have created really cool things for boats. It's just basically going to be a lot of fun, really.
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I'm really excited
Me
for it.
too.
I'm excited to listen to some of the other talks as well. Some of the other ambassadors are amazing. But yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I really hope to see some of you there. I've actually got a discount code where you can get £3 off your ticket. I'll put the link in the description below. And yeah, hopefully we'll see some of you there in person. It'll be epic.
The link is below.
So a question we get asked a lot is how much did we actually pay for this narrowboat? We bought this boat just over... I'm leaving that in.
I'm sorry. Yes,
how
we
long
bought
ago?
this boat. We bought it for 3 years ago. We bought this boat 3 years ago.
We might have professional
For-
equipment now, but we're far from professional. We bought this boat, yeah, just over 3 years ago for £38,000 exactly. And we didn't have that money to begin with, so we went to the bank and we took a loan for £25,000. And so we saved up £13,000. And then we repay our loan at £447 a month for 5 years. And the interest rate was really low because it was during COVID. So I think we pay in total back about just under £27,000.
It was a good deal.
It was a good deal.
I think it's fair to mention that the boat prices have gone up since we bought our boat 3 years ago. Just like everything, inflation happens every year. what would you say an average boat was?
It's crazy.
Would be
I mean,
about
yes,
50K?
inflation, but yeah, I don't know why. I think as we bought the boat, I think maybe during the lockdown, alternative living and like thinking about different lifestyles became more desirable, you could say.
Yes, for sure.
So that really bumped the price up. But yeah, I think maybe a boat of our caliber, you're probably looking at about 50,000 now.
47K. I don't know why I'm coming up to
But
that.
that's obviously, we've now renovated this boat and put all this extra stuff in it, so ours now worth more. But this boat, as we bought it, I mean, we're kind of guessing here, but regardless, we paid £38,000, and one of our monthly costs is still currently £447 a month.
Ding!
I hope we can import it right there, just in case. No, you go down, I'll go up. Wait, what one are you doing?
I was going to go in there.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Ding! So we've done it a little bit differently this year, and we've got a winter mooring. So there's different types of moorings you can get over winter, but we've decided to moor in this spot inevitably.
Why inevitably?
Well, because I was just thinking, like, winter mooring is actually different to what we've got. Like, you can get winter moorings for like £100.
What do you think inevitably means?
I don't know. Inevitably. I use it all the time,
I feel like
actually.
inevitably means like...
Of course.
So we chose this spot inevitably.
Of course. We have a winter mooring. So this is the first time that we've ever paid for a mooring spot. So we pay monthly for this spot, and it costs £203.
Nope.
£207.
Nope.
£202.
No. This winter mooring costs £208 a month. You can see who does our finances, right? But yeah, so that's obviously an added cost that we don't usually have, but we only plan to stay here till around March. But yes, it's £208 a month. But actually, we're really enjoying it. It's meant that we can kind of base from here, work on different projects. We've got loads of fun stuff going on in this area. So it is an added cost, but to not have to move around in the winter has been actually quite nice.
It's been a dream, and we're right by the water point as well. So as soon as we run out of water, bing, 2 minutes, we're up there.
What am I expected to put in that bin?
I don't know. And it's definitely not 2 minutes either. It's more like 30 minutes.
2 minutes if you're walking.
Yeah.
Talking of water, it's a nice segue into another really important cost, which is the boat license. So often people think like, oh, you live on a boat, you don't pay council tax, which we don't, but we do pay a boat license, which is quite comparable to council tax.
Yes.
The boat license, basically, it's by law, you have to have one to be on the waterways, and it covers things like the rubbish and recycling points, the water points that Lauren just spoke about, because there's points all the way up the canals and rivers which have the same kind of water that would come out your tap. It pays for the maintenance of the locks, it keeps the waterways running, so it kind of makes sense. Before, we were paying £102 a month, so I think about £1,200 a year for our licence. But because we are now only on a river for winter, we've managed to reduce our licence to a rivers only licence. So we're actually only paying £62 a month, which is about £740 a year. So even though we're paying the extra £208 for our winter mooring, we've actually reduced our boat licence by 50% almost.
Yeah.
So it's kind of working out not too different.
Yeah, it's not so bad at all. So another one of our costs is diesel, and we use diesel to run the engine so we can move the boat around, but also when we're not moving, we still have to run the engine to charge the batteries. We've got leisure batteries on the boat that need charging, especially in the winter when the solar panels are not as strong. We have to charge the boat like every couple of days or so. And also it's connected to a calorifier which heats our water. So when we want to have hot water, if we want to shower, etc., then we need to use the engine, put the engine on. So what we've worked out is that we pay around £42 a month on diesel. Is that the right answer?
Yeah, I worked it out to be 45, but...
All right, £45 a month on diesel. And at the moment, it's a lot higher than it used to be, unfortunately. I think, didn't we used to get red diesel for like 60p a litre?
I think the cheapest we had, it was about 85p a litre.
Yeah.
And just now when we filled up, it was £1.24 a litre,
Yeah.
I think.
So it is still better because you use red diesel, which is cheaper than the diesel you get from your standard petrol gas stations. But yeah, prices have rocketed, so yeah. Gas.
Yes, the next cost is our gas. We use our gas bottles to cook with, and
That's it.
that's it, really.
Yep.
And we pay £42 for a gas bottle, but it literally lasts us, we've worked out, about 3 months for one bottle. So on average, it is £15 a month for gas. Ding!
Oh.
I just don't know where I'm going to be able to put the words.
I
So
know,
I thought
I'm
if we
just going
point in different places.
Insurance.
Yes, it is very important to have insurance on a boat. Although we were thinking in the floods the other day. Yes.
It sparked me. I've got a question to ask.
Go on.
Do you know if our insurance is fully comp?
I think so.
Okay, cool. We should check on that though.
Because we were thinking the other day, unfortunately, in the floods, a guy's boat sunk over there, but obviously it was like a natural damage because it was a flood. So we were wondering if his boat would be covered on his insurance. So we need to check ours.
It would be insured if it's fully comp, but if it's not, then it wouldn't be.
Our insurance, we currently pay £17 a month, and we use a company called GJW Direct. I'm pretty sure it is fully comp. But yeah, so insurance.
Ding! Hello Wi-Fi, hello Wi-Fi, hello Wi-Fi, hello Wi-Fi. You're not coming with me? Ready? Hello Wi-Fi, hello Wi-Fi, hello Wi-Fi, hello Wi-Fi. That was a song by this really cool dude back in Barcelona maybe about 8 years ago. So
what she's trying to say is the next cost we're going to go through is our Wi-Fi. So we need Wi-Fi on the boat to obviously upload our YouTube videos, to do our work. We use the internet a lot. And we have a router, like a normal router that you'd have in a house, in the corner of the boat. And we have an unlimited data SIM card that goes into the router. So our internet costs are actually paying EE like you would for a kind of SIM-only phone contract
it
that has
uses
unlimited data.
Rather than the wires.
Yeah, so we have like an aerial on top that links through the boat into the router. And it's really cheap. It's £15 a month for unlimited Wi-Fi.
Pretty good.
So internet costs.
Ding!
One of the last and probably most important winter costs is how we keep warm, because we don't have central heating or anything, so we are just kept warm by our fire stove.
Yeah, it's been pretty good this year though. Like the temperature has been a lot warmer, I would say, this year. It's always different every year, and because we have to put the fire on to keep warm, I feel like we notice it a lot more.
This is our 4th winter on the boat, and we've tried everything from coal to kiln dried wood to foraging our own wood to compressed logs to coconut husk, and it kind of comes and goes. Like if we find a big pile of burnable wood, then we'll forage it. To be completely transparent, some people forage all their wood. We're definitely not as good as some of the other boaters when it comes to that.
Yeah, I mean, they've got chainsaws and everything. Maybe we should invest in that. But
yeah, that's a next winter purchase, is a chainsaw, and we can be a lot more self-sufficient. But we tend to use some of these compressed logs and coal and wood, and we're spending on average, let's say, £60 a month to keep warm. But obviously this is a seasonal cost, so fingers crossed, come March or April, all the way up again till around October, that'll be a cost we won't have anymore.
And I would like to just add also that you say up until March or April, but like through March and April, we only put the fire on at the night.
Very true.
Rather than throughout the day. So we're using way less at that point.
Yeah.
So I'd say it's £60 for the harsh winter, which is December, January, February.
Obviously we haven't gone into things like food costs and general living costs, but we didn't really feel like they were boat appropriate, and they're quite individual. But that makes our monthly
grand
total of winter costs to be... What is it?
Ding! Don't know. What is it?
Bear with me, I have it all written down.
There we go.
Let's try that again. So that makes our grand total winter monthly cost on average to be around £869 a month. But obviously we only have under 2 years, about 18 months left of our boat loan. So once that's paid off, that will reduce by £447 a month.
That's our mortgage gone.
Yeah, so it will basically take our monthly costs down to around £400 after that.
We hope that you've enjoyed this video and found it useful. Why are you laughing?
Because I hope it has been useful and not completely sporadic and mental.
Yeah.
But yeah, we wish you all a happy new year again. We're going to try and be slightly more consistent on YouTube this year. If you like the video or you like what you see, please like and subscribe.
Thank you.
Until next time, Bye.
Mwah.
Thank you so much for watching this video, and a happy new year to you. We also wanted to thank everyone who has bought us a coffee recently. We really appreciate it, so thank you so much for that. We have left a link in the description below if you would like to support us further, and you can also support us by subscribing to our channel. Thank you again, and see you next time.